Hello and Assalamualaikum. Thank you for taking the time to join me for today to our interview session regarding learnings as I informed you earlier. As you know, we are going to discuss several questions about these matters.
Waalaikumsalam and hello Liana, that sound fun. I excited to answer all the question today.
That's good. Let's get started then. Now, I'll begin by giving you my first question. So my question is, what is learning based on your understanding?
As for me, learning is a continuous process that involves the transformation of information and experience into abilities and knowledge. Not only that, but learning is also a process that leads to change, which occur as a result of experience and increase the potential for improved performance and future learning. So it's very important to clarify what we are referring to when we talk about learning and an opportunity to develop interpersonal and social skills that are important for professional and personal success.
Wow, that sounds nice. Next, I'll be asking you about the term of relatively permanent in the definition of learning. So what is your answer regarding this?
In my opinion, the term of relatively permanent in the definition of learning is the behavior or the skill that someone get through the education that help them to develop their skill naturally and has shaped them to have manners and have better view and understanding of the surrounding around them. In addition, relatively permanent are also either it is permanent or because it is necessary for learning. If the person has practicing or experiencing throughout the learning, it can help to occur the behavior rather than waiting for it, as behavior is something that the person itself can modify. It is also reflection in learning. For example, by having reflection learning, they can sort out what is right and wrong.
Thank you for the answer, Shaz. Then, I want to ask you, when you attend your class or studying, what learning styles do you apply that can help you to absorb what you learn more effectively?
Okay, most likely I am a smarter learner. I prefer to learn with image because I find it simple to understand by reading or viewing them. For example, during a lecture in class, I might draw a simple mind map for a better understanding and make it easier for me to remember the information during my independent study, which will greatly aid me in picturing the mind map during the test. My second learning style, which I frequently employ in social style study, which I believe will help me to improve my comprehensive of a particular subject. For example, when I am in study group, we will listen to one another opinion on a subject, which will help us to enhance our knowledge in a certain topic.
I see, and that's good. So how do you think knowing about the brain dominance theory can assist you in learning process such as in completing assignment or tasks?
Based on what I believe, one way the brain dominance hypothesis can help someone in learning is by helping them to understand who they are as individual, how to study effectively, and how to learn new knowledge quickly. Okay, for instance, I think it worked on me when I realized I was a left brain thinker, which is I prefer to learn by using my imagination and imagery. Knowing the brain dominance theory helped me to determine the type of study techniques I can use to help myself more. For example, I can study by printing out image as well as making my own notes, which will help me a lot during the examination, as well as to do the assignment and tasks given by lecturer.
Wow, you are such a creative person, Shaz. So my next question is, from the theory of classical conditioning and operant conditioning, which one is your preferable and give an impact to yourself? If you haven't had any experience about that, would you mind sharing it with me?
Of course. So my preferred theory is operant conditioning because we believe that learning voluntary behavior through the effect of positive and negative consequences to response is what operant conditioning is all about. Based on my own experience, I used to enter some areas smart as do not enter out of curiosity. However, after entering the area, I was chased by a dog and I vowed never to enter that area again. This experience can be related to operant conditioning, which hold if a behavior has unpleasant consequences, it is less likely to be repeat. Another example I could offer is when I experienced a happy outcome. When I was successful in earning good marks in specific subject, my mother would buy me a gift. As a result, I work even harder to maintain those high marks because I want to receive a gift from my mother once more. Therefore, in my opinion, operant conditioning is preferable since we may learn from both pleasant and unpleasant experience, and we are conscious of those learning moments.
Okay, then we go to the very last question. Do you have any idea about the processes of social learning theory by applying to real life that you have experienced?
Yes, I do. So what I have experienced in my life is I live with my grandmother, and she loves to take care of kids. And I am interested in how she gives all the cares and attention to them, and luckily, I also like kids and want to know them more. But now she's getting older and she is not be able to take care of kids anymore. So I decided to help and learn how to be a babysitter, so that I can take care of kids whenever I want. And as you can see, this can relate with the process of social learning theory that have 4 processes, which are attentional processes, retention processes, motor reproduction processes, and finally reinforcement processes.
Wow, so we have done all the questions about learning today. A big thanks to you for answering the question greatly.
No worries, Liana. Thank you for inviting me too.